What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Jump. Give me some story time music, Quasi. So you guys know, man, like I'm all over the black internet. I'm everywhere. Stop the show. Some of y'all are mad because y'all don't put this work in to get this money. But listen, I know what y'all like, so I'm gonna make sure I get this bread. So then I come across, one of my favorite groups that give me a lot of content, the Say No to Single Mothers group. Now give them a round of applause. And the reason why I want to give him a round of applause is because Yada Yahoo in Israel, he does a really good job of moderating that platform. And he actually made a post. I'm going to read it here. Quasi, date music! Look, stop entertaining these goofy SMs. In most cases, and you know what SM stands for, in most cases, they are actively ruining some man's life. Be your brother's keeper and send her back to him, or at the very least, demand that she send his children back to him. SM will use whatever excuse known to man to justify their treacherous behavior, including religion. Enough of this foolishness. Now, what does he mean when he says they will use whatever excuse known to man to justify their treacherous behavior, including religion? Can I get a dun 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 sound effect? Well, let's check it out here, shall we? This is a lady that is on Tinder. Date music! Actually, stop the show, Quasi. Sad music! I am a 26-year-old single Christian mother of 3 beautiful angels. Can I get a sound effect? Aww. Now, isn't that nice? You're such a Christian that Buddha's Simon sounds. You've been, having sex before marriage and, delivering children out of wedlock with no father in the home. See, let me just talk about that. The Christian church the black church used to look down on this. All right. But now churches don't do their job. Now, it's the cancel culture is so evident. It's what Chris Rock was talking about. People get to do whatever they want in society now. Okay. You can be a single mom with 3 kids, possibly by 3 different guys. And you can run ministries and it's acceptable. And then you wonder why nobody takes churches seriously or the black churches seriously. Because of foolishness like this. All right? Date music! All right, sorry. Top show. Sad music! I work, write a blog, and manage a Facebook page about my life as a Christian single mother. Stop the show. Well, again, this is all very selfish. It's all about you. And it's not about, not making the mistakes that you did to help other women. It's about you managing. You're like really, really proud of the fact that you couldn't get married. Date music! I started and lead a single Christian mothers ministry at my local church. Stop the show. So there's a church that you're leading a Christian single mothers ministry there. What are you guys talking about? Obviously. And I think that God can do anything. I do believe in God. But again, this is more or less, I feel, a ministry. Like it's a ministry for people who are in the same situation. Are having children out of wedlock, which is technically a sin. But, this should be about not making the same mistakes again. But anyways, date music. I love the Lord and have built my kids and my life on his firm foundation. Stop the show. Couldn't have been that foundation before because you're not married. I didn't know the Lord my whole life and I had to come to this moment that changed my life a few years ago. Stop the show. That's typically what happens. You don't care nothing about Jesus or God or anything, Allah, until you get in a situation and all of a sudden you want to come to Jesus after you have made the mistake. Then you want to care about God then. That's typically how most people are. But here's the interesting part, okay? Give me some dating music here. This is going to be interesting because I want you guys to see this. See how ridiculous this is. Romantically, I am not interested in divorced men. Sorry, guys. Let's chat. Stop the show. Now, I really don't know what to say about this. This one is very interesting. We talk about entitlement all the time. People are so entitled. Many times, men are entitled too. But in the case of women, women are very entitled. I just have to say that. It's just what it's true. Okay. Women are entitled more so than men are. But this one is interesting. You're a woman who has a single mother's ministry. Okay. So you believe that. And like I said, I don't have a problem with the single mother's ministry per se, if it actually serves a purpose to help women make better choices. Okay. It's a community that helps single mom. Fine. But you think that, I guess, God is good enough to help save you. But it's okay for you to have your preference, but God, I guess, can't help divorced men. Okay? A man that has committed to a woman and it didn't work out. You, who before you didn't know God, you didn't commit to anything. You were just having kids out of wedlock. You want somebody to date you, using God behind the shield. But since, you made a mistake, you can't be interested in guys who are divorced. Let me tell you something, sweetheart. Stop the show. Any decent man looks at your profile, born again Christian. Okay? We already know what that means a lot of times in these churches. That means you usually, not all of the time, about one Hennessy away from sliding back in or letting somebody slide back into you. All it takes is a few blunts and some whiskey. All right. And some Jodeci. And you back at it again. We already know somebody like you. Okay. So we're not even going to play around with you like that. So most people don't even think you have really changed. But any decent man worth his salt sees the red flags. 3 kids, 26, Christian's ministry. A guy is going to look at you and be like, why am I dealing with you? And see, you can have a preference to not want to date divorced men, but guess what? What do you bring to the table for a man that's not divorced? What do you bring to the table to any guy? I'm pretty sure you don't have any money. I'm pretty sure you don't have any education. That's another thing too. A lot of ladies are out here that are in situations, right? These situations I call liabilities. Okay. Now, you can look at women and children in communities that men want to build as 2 things: investments or liabilities. Women are investments into the community. Children are investments into the community. Okay. But some people, depending on bad circumstances that they or themselves put them in, can be a liability to the community, which means that they need a lot more help. That means that they're taken away from the community and maybe not contributing forward because they don't have enough skill. They don't have enough money, and somebody has to pay for that. All right. They're not stable enough to support them. Some women can do it, very few. A man that looks to take into a situation looks at a woman that has 3 kids. That's a big financial responsibility for a man. All right. And for a man that has something, it's like, okay, well, she has 3 kids. Well, then why would I deal with her when I get a woman that has no kids? I mean, because it's more of a liability to me. I could lose a lot more money. I have a lot more, situations to do. I don't want to do this. So most guys that are worth their salt are not even going to want to date you at all. You have the nerve to feel like you can discriminate against divorced guys, which that's your speed. That's kind of where your level should be. It's about a divorce. But again, the entitlement is so strong that it blinds them, especially in the church, especially in black churches. And this is the reason why a woman in a situation can't find a man. If you're a single mom with 3 kids, what if you have a guy that's divorced? He might be a good man. He might be willing to take care of those kids, but you don't want to date him because he's divorced. Then you're missing out on your quote unquote blessing, because a lot of times God gives you what you need, not what you want. That could be the perfect guy for you. But because you want to be entitled, thinking that you have some better options out there, then you want to discount them. But do you be mad if somebody discounted you for having 3 kids? And then you know you a big time Christian, so you ain't gonna be able to give no draws up. You know, gotta go through that whole ordeal. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe with the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. Check out the Black Men Are Perp t-shirts. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I am out.